we've had tons of fun together, and we keep having fun together.
Yeah.
There seems like there's never a dull moment when we're hanging out.
Oh, it's always a
you know, and we can just say whatever we're thinking, and yeah, it's usually pretty funny.
Yeah,
and when there's no one else around, we got each other.
Yeah, that's the most important part. And we're me and Frankie are the last two standing every time.
That's right.
Wanna die a rock star. Wanna die a rock star. Wanna die a rock star. Wanna die a rock star.
Wow, am I ever excited. This episode is inspired and brought to you by a good family friend of mine. He's a master electrician, jack of all trades. He likes to stuff marshmallows in his mouth and drink scalding hot coffee. He pops bottles with his wedding ring. He makes me laugh all the time. We smoke cigars, drink whiskey. What else can I say? He's my kind of guy. He's also the main person that has helped me design and build my new studio, which I can't wait to show everybody. And in this episode, we talk shop about how we built it and shoot the shit. Let's get into it.
Okay, yeah, we're going to talk shop. How we built the Cosimo Frank studio. Yeah, bro, yeah. Yeah, bro. Bro, yeah. Parkour.
Yeah, parkour. It's good.
Let's talk about the first night building the studio. It was there's a lot of beer involved.
Yeah, a lot. Way too much. It was power tools and beer and whiskey. That was the whole thing.
Power tools and beer.
Power tools and beer. And we got we first had to set it. That was the hardest part, was setting where we wanted it. We kept back forth like by inches.
Well, I forgot about that.
Yeah, that probably took most of a good hour to get where we actually wanted to line it up to.
Yeah, to the stairs.
Yeah,
it was going to be on the inside or the outside.
Yeah, and then we decided none of those and went right to the edge of the pole, and or your column or whatever, and that ended up being pretty good. And we got all the material,
got the studs,
got the laser going.
Had to get a couple studs to put the studs in.
Yeah, that's yeah, the wives were lucky, right? And it was all tilt from there. Showed Frankie a few tricks with that and started cutting. The hardest part was stairs. Was pretty tough to get around, and there's a little crawl space you guys can't see, but that open door we had to go around.
I hide the children.
Oh, yeah. When they're being bad, they stay in there all the time. But yeah, it was a good time.
I guess doing the framing it's like straight. I think it's like 18 or 19 feet straight. But yeah, then when you get to the stairs, it gets a little more tedious.
Yeah,
it's got the crawl space.
Yeah,
where we've got
the
hobbit door we got to work around,
and hobbit door and the stairs we have to cut all the way around, and we tried not to hurt the floor just in case he does decide to pull this down.
Oh yeah, I forgot about this stuff. Yeah, we put like a double-sided tape. Screwing into the
to try and keep the soundproofing a bit, and we even got spray foam for the gaps in the top.
Yeah,
try to keep it as sound as possible. We even got soundproof insulation. So
it's a floating wall, right?
Essentially, yeah. It's screwed into the top plate with the top plate, but so it's not going to jump out and go anywhere. But if you really kicked really hard at the bottom base, might move. I doubt it, because it's really tight against the wall and stuff.
So yeah, the first night we did all the framing, and then we finished framing the wall, and then we're like, hey, we can't finish the night without putting the door in. I think at that point we were
too toasty, I think.
Wait, it's not a rifle.
Ow! What was that?
It's a shim. That should not have hurt.
Oh my god.
That should not have hurt.
Should not have. Oh man, that's gross.
What is that? The saying, 2 sheets to the wind?
Yeah, I think the laser level was crooked at that point.
I remember we put the door in. We just stood it up. Didn't even like screw it in or shim it, put the shims in, and we like stepped back to like, oh yeah, it looks good. And then the door fell flat on the ground. And then we were laughing like hysterically. And then, I remember your wife coming down and be like, hey, like it's time to go. We're like, no, I got to finish this. And then we were just, So we ended up putting the door in. It was not perfect. And I don't know. You got a video of me testing the door out.
Yeah.
It's sturdy now. And I like kicked it. Like, I don't know why I would kick the door.
Well, it was very tight fit, as in it didn't fit. And he kicked the door.
Broke a piece off the door.
I broke the piece of the door, but it looked cool. That'd be a good action intro, I think.
Here's Johnny.
Yeah. And and then but the cool part is we got 2 bottles of whiskey in that wall somewhere.
I think that was after. So after we did the framing and did the door, and then it was bedtime because we were done.
And then I'll come back and fix it. And
I think you came back over like a week later or something, and then we got the drywall, the insulation.
Yeah.
So do we do one layer? We did 1 layer on the outside.
Yeah, 1 layer on the outside,
on the rec room side, and then we did 2 on the inside, right?
Yeah, two double half-inch layers on the inside, and we staggered the joints to reduce sound transfer as well. And then Frankie definitely wants an impact drill instead of just a normal drill.
Oh yeah, shit, that sucks.
Yeah, that was brutal, but it went up pretty quick after that. Well. Still took a while.
It still took a while, but we got up the drywall, and then we got whoever was at the house signed the inside of the wall. We put a couple bottles of Johnny Walker in there.
Yeah, the ones that fallen heroes of the wall.
Should have put like a skeleton or something in there.
Oh, that would have been cool.
Someone like else moves in here, and we're like, what the hell's on the wall?
Yeah, that would have been super cool. Yeah, it's just but it still took a while. Like. Even cutting out the hobbit door, cutting out the stairs from even the drywall. The drywall normally is quick, but there's a lot of cuts in this space. And it took, I don't know.
I don't know how many times we cut around the stairs to try and you cut it.
Yeah, I cut it, and then it's like, I had to cut it more because couldn't get it in with the bulkhead to slide it in. The stairs are an important part to be pretty tight because you don't want to glue anything to the stairs. Didn't want to...
And then nothing's straight, even if you measure. We knew that, it's just like wavy and not straight.
Yeah, the original install, the bulkhead's not straight, the corner's not straight.
I think they were drinking too.
Yeah, but they're drinking all day. We drink one part of the night, and it just expanded. But
so we did the drywall on the outside, and then we put the insulation in.
Yeah,
right.
But the sound barrier insulation.
Sound barrier insulation.
Yeah.
After we put the bottles inside the wall.
Yeah, after.
And we did the insulation, and then we did the double drywall on the inside, right?
Yeah. And when double drywall, and then we ended up a couple weeks later, we had to tape it.
Oh, sorry, we forgot that when we came back the second day that we re-shimmed the door.
Yeah. The door got fixed. It was...
We patched the part that I broke. We glued it, patched it, and then we
basically had to redo it, redo the door. We didn't re-shim. We had to pull it apart fully, start from brand new because it was now it's perfect. It's good. I think
funny.
Yeah, when you look back, it's a good laugh. It's you're like, oh, what were we thinking? But we weren't.
There was no thinking.
Yeah, it was 2 boys having fun, right?
Yeah, it was really tough doing the mudding.
Yeah, mudding.
Yeah, doing the mudding and then putting the strips in and sanding it down. That was a pain in the ass. Yeah. Then we had to poly everything, cover the furniture, cover anything. We didn't want it to get dusty. Yeah, that took forever. And I think if I could do it again, I wouldn't use the hand sander. I'd get the actual sander. Like a prop.
Yeah. Well, no, even the pros use pole sanders, hand sanders. Like that's how they normally do. But what we should have done was take my advice and bought the big bucket. So we didn't buy 3 of the small buckets.
Shit.
Because the 3 small buckets.
I forgot about that. Yeah, you were like, "Oh, we should probably get bigger." I'm like, we're doing one wall, and I ended up buying
3 small ones instead of just one
big one.
Yeah. But at the same time, we're not. That was the one thing I wasn't super confident with. We should have maybe, I don't know, shelled it out to someone else. Maybe, I don't know. It still worked out. It looks great.
Yeah, it turns out for there's spots where whatever, I had to go back and resand and touch up. But I mean, for the most part, it turned out pretty good. And, just like anything, nothing's perfect.
Yeah.
And, after we sanded a few times, it was pretty good. Was able to do the paint. The paint worked out really well. Couple coats of paint. We forgot that do we do the baseboards before the paint? Yeah. After we did the drywall and the patching, we put the. Can't remember now.
Yeah, the patching. We did 1 layer of patch first, then we did the baseboards, I think, and then we did all the patching, right?
We did baseboards there somewhere.
Yeah, somewhere in there, and they look pretty. They look actually really.
They
good.
look. What's crazy is, like after we sanded, painted, I never painted the baseboards.
Really?
Yeah, no, you can barely tell. Like
I didn't even know. I thought they looked.
I puttied the little like where the nails
were. Yeah,
but you can't notice.
Oh, I didn't
it's
know.
Funny. Someone else, I was having a conversation. And they were doing some work in their house. Like, yeah, I did the paint and whatever. I never did the floorboards, but or the baseboards. He's like, but you can't even tell. And he's like, because they come pre-painted. Like,
yeah, yeah. I had no idea. I thought you painted them because they look.
You can't tell because you're only like covering a little tiny little nail. So
yeah, no, it looks awesome. Yeah, like when you look at it now, you're like, we did a pretty good job. It was a.
We came, we saw, we conquered it.
Yeah.
Actually, for the functionality of my basement, the other side, so when it was open, especially the kids down here, they're throwing shit all over the place. They're all over the place. It's like a mess. But now it's for functionality. So you got one side is the rec room. There's, couch, TV. We got the bubble hockey. We got the arcade and stuff like that. So it's cool. That's all kind of like on one side all together.
Yeah.
And then you come in here and you got, the podcast room.
Yeah, more of a man cave vibe.
Studio but for the functionality, it's separate and you got 2 different things going on that works well, which is super cool. And then after for like the acoustic treatment, I bought these little 12 by 12 foam squares and I glued them to cardboard and I made the little acoustic panels. Very time consuming. Took I don't know. It was a lot of time to just glue. I think there's 6 on a panel, so to glue them onto the cardboard, cut the cardboard, and then stick them to the wall.
It's funny. The sticking to the wall was like 2 seconds.
Sticking to the wall was easy.
Yeah,
those T-pins and those worked.
Yeah, and you did that in like 5 minutes. It felt like, but then you end up buying a laser, taking.
Oh yeah, that would have been nicer if I had that sooner.
Yeah, because that would have been like. And then you got the curtains that blocked out even more noise.
And then the curtains were again for more, sound densening, by the doors and the crawl space. And it's just cool little backdrop. Added some shelves. And then, and then this area is basically like the little, office broadcast podcast. And then over there is kind of like the controls and soon to be, like my music recording area.
Yeah, which is a good start, right? And you just keep pushing forward and you keep having more ideas to put more stuff up, like shelves and.
Yeah.
You gotta get more whiskey in here, and then there you go.
Absolutely. Yeah, no, and everything's a work in progress. There's always stuff you can just keep on adding. I want to do some acoustic treatment, probably like on the ceiling. Lots of more stuff to hang up, and I want to get some monitors in here.
Yeah, for the acoustics treatment, no one hears us at all, and you rarely hear upstairs unless they're stomping on the floor. But
yeah, the only thing you hear is the stomping.
Yeah, when the kids are running across
heavy,
the floor.
the heavy walking, and then one thing we couldn't find a good solid core door, so I didn't really get one. But other than the door is a little bit of a weak spot for the sound, but it's not that bad.
Yeah, like I don't really notice it when you walk out, but obviously the kids aren't around, so that helps.
Is there anything else we're missing with the build?
I don't
Pretty
think
much,
so. I think we got everything. It hung a guitar and put some dartboards on there, and
Yeah, there's like little. Yeah, I got a dartboard.
yeah, I made a
dartboard in the back.
kind of a man cave, and
I'll add to the podcast. I'll add like a little zoom of the room so everyone can kind of see what's going on. It's pretty cool setup. Also, yeah, I bought some cool gear.
yeah, oh yeah,
I went with the Samson Q9U broadcaster mic. It's very similar to the Shure SM7B, which is like it's the most people that do like the podcast, everyone that's like the most popular. But this is like half the price, and the quality is like the same. So it's a good for the value. Yeah, so the Samson Q9U, this is an awesome mic. I love it. It's clean. This sounds great. And then I got the Samson 5-inch stand, which is kind of clean. You know, I didn't really want to get the boom arms. Are cool. Boom arms are cool if you're like kind of sitting in like, you know, a lounge.
yeah.
You know, and then you can. I do have a couple on in the studio side there, but yeah, for like sitting at the table, I feel like these are like I don't know, just that they're.
One thing I've seen podcasts with the boom arm. They always seem to play with the boom arm and moving it constantly back and forth, and it kind of looks awkward. Like it kind of looks like it's more of a toy than them actually talking.
And then if you got the wrong angle, then it's like it's like obstructing some of the view. I've noticed.
Yeah, I've seen that on a couple podcasts. Because I watched this one. I don't know, the one guy's I don't know if he went to school or not. Low on education. I don't know. I like him. It's like funny, but he's constantly moving the arm all over the place, and it's like that's the most distracting part. Even though it's supposed to be a funny thing, that's all I really see.
Fidgety.
Yeah, and like everyone's fidgety. Like I have a hard time standing still. So
when we first started, I was like,
yeah,
I swear the introduction part's like the toughest part of the. I don't know why, but once you get going, then it's like, yeah.
Yeah, well, even when I started, I was like, oh, I'm just, but now it seems easy. Like, now I'm just talking.
We're just hanging out with boys.
Yeah, it's boys.
Yeah, so yeah, I love the Samson brand. The Q9U is a wicked mic. The Samson stand is great. And then I went with more Samson. These are the SR850 Studio Headphones. These cover your ears really good, so it like isolates the sound really good. And they're comfy, and they got great range of sound for all the mids and lows and whatever you want to call it. Yeah, and also I got for the interface the Zoom PodTrack P4, 4 mic input, 4 headphone outputs. It's got the sound pads, whatever effects on here. You can customize it. You can add up to like 11 sounds. Yeah, it's great. You can use it as an interface, plug it straight into your computer. It's also like standalone. What I like to do is just plug it straight into the wall, use the SD card, do my audio. When I'm done, plug it into my computer, add it to the video. Seems like the most convenient way to do it. Yeah. And then the cameras, I got the Lumix GH5, which my friend lent me. I know nothing about the cameras. I haven't gone that far yet. I got 3 of them.
Yeah.
How's your whiskey?
Oh, it's good. It's going there.
How's your whiskey? I don't know why I just did that, but yeah, cheers.
Yeah. Cheers, brother. This is the whiskey of choice for building a wall. Is Johnny Walker's Black.
I think Johnny Walker Black is our go-to.
It's our go-to. For sure.
It doesn't make... I don't get hungover from it. It tastes good. It never gets old.
Yeah.
Yeah, I do find some of the ryes kind of give me a little bit of a hangover, and some of the cheaper whiskey.
Yeah, give me a headache. That's what I get. If I get hungover, it's a big, big headache.
But I'm still down for bottle wise.
Yeah. Anyone wants to send one this way? Like, we won't say no. That's a fun thing.
This Belvini is really good. Doublewood. Maybe we should have some more of that.
Oh, I don't think I've ever had any of that.
You didn't have that on my birthday?
I don't know. I came in late, and you just said, "Oh, try this." And
We should do like, we should. Oh wow, we should have a podcast like 4 people
Oh, that'd be fun.
and do a whiskey tasting.
Oh, that'd be cool.
Dude, that'd be sick.
Yeah, that'd be super fun. We do
Yeah,
a
I
big
can.
one.
PodTrack P4 can hook up 4 mics for
Yeah,
headphones.
yeah. We just need 4 mics, I guess.
And this table turns into 10 seats, so
There you go.
tons of room.
Then you can have the Arthur round table, well, like square table, but
It should be like the before we're all like proper, and then the in between, and then the after hours we're all like your shirts off.
yeah, it's like, what happened? Jesus Christ. Yeah,
We like drank like 10 bottles.
yeah, that'd be fun. I'd be okay with that. Here's a funny story. So, my one cousin won't call me Skye anymore.
What
Calls
is
me
that?
Sky Guy.
Sky Guy.
Yeah, which is pretty funny. I thought he just did it because it was funny. I'm like, well, and I'm like, okay, why do you call me Sky? You're the only guy that calls me Sky Guy. He's like, well, I slept with a stripper and her name was Skye. Now I just can't look at you the same way, so I got to call you Sky Guy to make the difference. I'm like, that is super weird that you're a guy and you had some weird dream about me. No, I'm just kidding. But he,
It kind of deciphers between the two.
yeah, kind
Instead
of
of him, as soon as like guy, like, oh, okay, whoa.
yeah, he's definitely a guy. Not sleeping with him, so. But it's kind of funny that he would do that and
Sky Guy.
make it a big deal. But he called me Sky Guy. He's never called me anything since. So, but it's kind of funny. I don't know.
That is funny. We have tons of fun together, and we keep having fun together.
Yeah.
There seems like there's never a dull moment when we're hanging out.
Oh, it's always a
And we can just say whatever we're thinking, and yeah, it's usually pretty funny.
Yeah,
And when there's no one else around, we got each other.
yeah, that's the most important part. And we're me and Frankie are the last two standing every time.
Right, that's right.
But everyone goes to bed. We're like, oh, they went to bed at 8:00. Oh, we're out till 1 in the morning.
yeah.
What's going on?
Oh yeah, okay. So we're gonna just drink to this line here, and then did you mean this line or the line over here?
Yeah.
Did you turn around this way? The line's down here.
Yeah.
Yeah,
And then we literally left a bottle with one smidgen of glass because
That's
the
for
last line on the bottom. We're like, what were we doing?
that's for breakfast.
Yeah, for breakfast.
For the coffee.
Yeah. That's what we brought our teeth
funny.
with.
That's funny. Is there anything else that you want to talk about or share with the world?
Not really. I just who I am, I guess. I don't know. It's a tough. I don't know. I don't have any like a. I'd love to be an actor. I'd love to be a stripper. I'd love to be a bunch of things. But it's, right now I'm who I am, and I'm happy who I am. So
What do you think the world's gonna look like in 10 years?
what it's going to look like in 10 years? Yeah. I don't know. There's going to be there's that movie when he came out of a nuke enclosure, and then there was like all these tranny people, and he's like, oh my God, the radioactive stuff has made them all into women, men into women, and it's going to be just brutal. And then we'll have World War III, and they'll correct it all. And then no, I don't know.
Let's
I'd rather not have a World War III, but I honestly think the next 10 years, I think a lot of bionic stuff will be a little more headstrong. Like
more AI stuff.
a lot more AI. Like so, and then they're going to integrate AI with a lot of people that have lost a lot of body parts and stuff, which is great. And then there's going to be athletes. They're going to, like right now, they're crying over these men competing as women. Then they're crying about these people that lost their legs and arms or whatnot, and they're competing in the major leagues or something. and all of a sudden they have a bionic arm and they're throwing like 120 miles an hour fastballs, where the average is like, if you get over 100 miles an hour, you're friggin' awesome. So I think that's going to be a big part of it, but it's going to take a big transition, I think. That's where I think it's going to go. Like, I don't think we're going to have too many flying cars, because so far the only flying cars are drones.
Yeah.
And they're just big drones. And without, especially battery is not moving as fast as it should be to keep up with the charging, and they need to find out a better way to charge a cell that can charge under 2 minutes to 100% and get 600 kilometers. It's not going to be sustainable.
That's why I think the hybrids are good, where you can have a bit of both.
A bit of both,
Because it's not, if you're going on a long trip and you can't find the charging stations, I mean, it's kind of, or if you do find them, whatever, with your planning, road trip planning, it still takes time to charge. So then it takes twice the amount of time to get to A to B.
Yeah, well, they try to do it such a fast transition, but if they somehow were able to mix diesel instead of gas, you might be even get farther.
Yeah.
Compared to gas hybrids, get to 1,200 kilometers. Diesel hybrids can probably go way farther if you can mix that. Or they start looking into hydrogen, which is tough because everyone's scared of it just because of one incident. And you could always make safety procedures and different things, right? So I don't know. I think hydrogen, in my opinion, is the way of the future. Is just
I never really thought
compressing some of like water. You can take it out of water, right?
I think a lot of the stuff that they say the world's running out of is bullshit.
There's tons. Saudi Arabia just announced they found like 4 more huge wells or something like that. It's like there's so much on the planet. Or you know what? The next big billionaire is the person who can condense garbage and put it back to their original form of oil. Like taking plastics and condensing it somehow, like in a landfill, and making it into...
I think there's a lot of things you can make into fuel.
Oh, tons, yeah. Natural gas, like you get it from methane from cows, right? So there's tons of stuff you can do with fuel. So fuels is replenishable, but we just use it so fast that it doesn't feel replenishable. But you need it to build plastics, to build those fake hearts, to build fake tubes in your lungs or whatever.
Yeah.
So, I don't know.
Yeah, no, you're right. I see the electric, more electric everything, AI, more AI stuff. Be cool.
Well, yeah, I think AI has its limitations as it needs processors and power and it eats up tons of power, and no one can sustain it. Like California can't sustain power.
So, do you think that we're going to run out of power one of these days? Like,
I think so. They're already
just going to blow up.
They're already doing rolling blackouts right now. Not BC Hydro because we have dams, we have water that's consistent. But according to climate change, our rain's going to slow down. Our rain's increased. I don't know, and it feels like we're the greenest we've ever been. But that's just because we have carbon in the air.
Okay. Real question.
Yeah. What's that?
If you could have more time, would you have more time or more money if you could pick one or the other?
Like, I don't know when I'm going to live. What's more time? And more time might be a year.
No, but you could have, like, I don't know how much more time, but like more time than you have now. Like, you could have more time or more money. So, like, nothing's changed. You just have more money, or have more time to do stuff like this, to do stuff that you want to do.
Well, I was looking at it a different way. I was thinking like more time on the end of my life. Like, instead of dying at 80, I die at 90. But I'm like a vegetable at that point, maybe. Like, that would suck.
More time when you're, right now.
In general, like if I didn't have, like, kind of if I didn't have to sleep.
Right now, if you're thinking about like in the moment, more time.
Oh yeah, I would love to have more time. But like if I could not sleep ever, I would love that. That'd be so fun. Like to just grind, just to do stuff, just
kind of come and go, and
and not have to sleep. If I could choose that, not to sleep, I have this conversation with my wife all the time. She would love to sleep. She would be like, "Oh, I would sleep more," but
she's related to my wife, and she likes to sleep as well.
yeah, and I don't like sleeping ever. If I had a choice, I would have more time to do more stuff, hang out all the time, do this, do that. Like
I get the FOMO. That's why I stay up late. I have the fear of miss. I have
the free of. God bless America.
Shit. I have the fear of missing out.
Yeah.
So I feel like it's like I get anxiety. I'm like going to bed at 9:00, especially on the weekend. Like you guys go to my wife, kid, you guys go to bed, but like I'm gonna stay up, watch movies, write music. Like I want to do stuff.
Yeah.
At least stay up till like a manageable time where I could still wake up with my kids and be a father and all that kind of jazz.
Yeah.
But I have the fear of missing out. So for me, I feel like no matter how much money I have in my bank account, like it comes and goes. There's so many like ups and downs, like financially. As obviously as long as you can maintain, but to have more time, to me, because I feel like I don't get enough time. It's like I work 10. I'm gone for 10, 11, 12 hours a day working my 9 to 5 job, and sorry, that doesn't make sense. 9 to 5, and I'm gone 11, 12. But yeah, anyway.
But maybe the difference is you work 4 days a week at 8 hours a day, getting the same rate of pay. Then you have a whole other day of because it sounds like having 4 days a week, like when you have a long weekend, it's way more.
Oh, you get an extra day to do just a little bit more,
or you do less, but you're still like around something you love. You do more things like you might not do more, but you relax more. You can do more in general. That could be a huge thing, right? Like that I wish the 4-day weeks could come if we could sustain the same level of pay, but a lot of companies can't do that.
I feel like we have this backwards. I feel like during the week should be like our time off, and then we just work on the weekends.
Yeah, well, you know what? If it's sunny and nice out, we should just have the time off.
Okay, before we end this podcast, I'm going to ask some funny questions.
Oh.
Is a hot dog a sandwich?
Oh, hot dog sandwich. Ooh. Well,
It's a funny conversation. I got into an argument with my mom about this.
well, it's between
it was more of a
two
debate.
pieces of bread. But no, I don't think so. Because then
if you look in the dictionary what a sandwich is, it's 2 or more slices of bread with something together, with something in the middle.
Yeah.
So essentially, that's what a hot dog is.
Yeah.
But
does it count if you don't fully split the bun? That's
so what do you think? Do you think it's a sandwich? Or
I don't consider it a sandwich. It's just not a sandwich to me. It's something
it's a hot dog.
It's a hot dog. It has its own category at this point, I think.
I think it's because the hot dog is like an iconic thing. A hot dog's a hot dog. But technically, if you look in the dictionary, 2 slices of bread with something in the middle.
Yeah, but it's technically
a sandwich.
Normally,
it's a sandwich. If you explain it, it's a sandwich.
But normally, it's 1 slice of bread that you're cutting. Does that change it?
No, look. If you look it up.
No, I know, but you're cutting it. But it's just 1 slice of bread. It's 1 loaf of bread, and you're cutting it, and you're placing.
I think it's 2 pieces or anything you put in between.
Yeah, but
piece of bread.
But it's still connected at the bottom, unless you cut it bad. I don't know. Hey, you're looking up is hot dog a sandwich? Is that what you're looking up?
Is hot dog? Could we? I want to know what the. Yes, a hot dog is a sandwich because the definition of sandwich is 2 or more slices of bread split.
Split. Okay. Well, you didn't say split.
Okay, well, it's, I don't know if I said that right. The definition of a sandwich is 2 or more slices of bread or a split roll having filling in between.
Yeah, so sandwich, I guess. Yeah.
It is kind of weird, but it's because the hot dog's such a big.
Well,
like,
it's such a chunk of meat. I think it's the big part of it. Like where people think sandwiches like slices of meat and cheese.
so it could be like 2 halves or like a roll that's split.
Yeah, it's more like a French onion soup, but that's okay.
Do you have any secret talents?
No, I don't think.
I
so.
know you like to pop bottles with your wedding ring.
Oh, wedding ring. Yeah,
I don't know anyone that does that. You're like, oh, I got it.
Yeah, that's one.
There you go.
One talent, and then I don't know. I eat marshmallows.
Oh yeah, this
I
guy puts marshmallows in his mouth and then drinks his coffee.
Yeah,
I don't know.
it's so.
I don't know
good.
anyone that does that.
Oh, what? I've never had brain freeze. That's a talent. I feel.
Okay, well, yeah, you're just a different breed.
Yeah, and then I drink really hot coffee.
Actually, back in my dad's home country, Italy, like we have contractors working on the condo, and they don't have regular coffee. It's like espresso.
Yeah,
but like I'm here, like sipping it, and these contractors, like we make them coffee, they straight back, and I'm like, oh my god, like is your throat like calloused or something? Like I'm like sipping it. This is freaking hot, and they're just done back to work. I'm like
pure, super hot. Like I drink coffee faster than anyone I know. I just chug a whole thing of coffee, brand new, chug it in like less than 5 minutes. And I don't know if that's talent. Probably not. But it's just
I could drink all coffee.
Yeah. Well, that's all I got. That's all I can offer the world.
If you could be any animal, which would it be?
Oh, that's a good one. What kind of animal would it be?
I'll tell you mine.
Oh, yeah. You go first.
I'd be a cheetah.
Why?
I like cheetahs. They're cool. They're super fast. Their nicknames are called speed demons.
Yeah.
They do like 6 miles per hour. And I just think the cheetah's cool. I've always liked the cheetah.
Yeah, that's pretty cool. I like the shark. Shark would be cool. Actually, killer whales would probably be better, but they're like the most aggressive mammal in the sea, right? So,
is it really?
Yeah. They like go and hide. They're like crazy. They're like the most territorial mammals in the sea.
Seriously?
Yeah, they're crazy. Like sharks will stay out of their territory, everything. But I don't know. It's hard to replicate a cat.
What was your first email address?
For Skye13@hotmail.com.
Not Sky69.
No. I didn't have a cool one like that. There was a big thing with all my friends. We made medieval stories, and we were all in our stories. And I was Skype in those stories.
Skype.
Yeah.
Oh, I like that.
Yeah, it was cool. Now
I like calling you Scorvis.
Yeah.
I feel like that's it sounds awesome.
Yeah, a couple of people call me that. It's pretty. That's like the only kind of nickname I have, and Sky Monster.
I call you Skylar Gray too.
Yeah, you do that a lot, yeah. Skylar. I like it though.
That's cool too.
Yeah, Skylar Gray.
So that's your stripper name.
Yeah, Skylar Gray.
Skylar Gray.
Yeah, and then I got Sky Monster.
How do you spell okay? Okay or OKAY?
Just okay.
Okay.
Yeah. They should get rid of the AY out of the dictionary. That's retarded.
You know what's funny is it's funny that people spell it another way. I know myself, again, going back to the time thing, I'm like, I don't got time to do 2 more letters.
No, that's
like
great.
Why?
Because we had T9 or we had like ABC back in the day, and those 2 letters, you only had so many letters you could spell before you were out of letters to text.
Yeah.
So that meant a lot. So you would just do O and K, right? Or you would just do K. There wouldn't be,
K, yeah.
Yeah. Because I remember whenever you text, that's why I text so bad. I text like I'm writing one sentence and all together.
Whiskey.
Yeah. That's because you had a limited amount of texting. So now Now I don't even use periods and stuff. I don't use punctuation because that would take up a full letter of your text, right?
We ain't got time for that shit.
Yeah.
I just think it's funny that people take the extra time to do the extra.
Yeah, I feel like it's more like I feel like you're angrier when you do it. A and Y at the end.
But
Like
I
you're
do.
okay. Yeah. I don't that's how I look at it.
I feel like people are yelling when they type in capitals.
Oh,
Like
100%.
that, I know of people that I don't even understand why you would just type in capitals, but I feel like they're yelling in that message.
That's how I write though.
I feel like they're yelling in that email or that text message. I'm like, why the hell is it all in capitals? Like
when I print, like write with my hand, I write half in capitals, half in lowercase. Like it's so random.
me, it's always starts with a capital and then whatever. But yeah, I don't know.
Yeah, and then it's not like I remember this one girl came up to me. She said, I have to say something to you. This one old lady, she was like 70. She's like, I have to say something. You have the nicest handwriting I've ever seen a young gentleman ever had. I'm like, oh, thank you so much. I walked away, and my coworkers are like, what? I was like, that's my fucking printing. I was like, oh my God, that's how bad my printing so it is.
That's funny.
Made my day.
That's the end of this podcast. We should go for a cigar. And yeah, I really appreciate you coming out tonight and doing the podcast and helping me build this studio. It's been a long time coming. I took a whole year off, my music and, getting my family in a better place and like building this place. Like now it's,
Finally here.
I'm finally here. We're doing this. We're hanging out, and I appreciate the help. I appreciate you coming here, and
Oh, it's been a good time. Cheers to Cosimo Frank.
cheers to you, bro.
Yeah, cheers.
Yeah. It's I don't know what I'm going to talk about.
Well, I got whiskey hooked on this type of beer, a Whistler salted lime lager.
This Whistler Brown.
The Whistler Brown is Whistler Brewing. It's pretty good.
That's what you were talking about. I don't want to drink too much, so I don't start slurring.
Oh, but that's okay. That's part of the hang. That's the hang, right? Yeah, fun.
Wanna die a rock star.